Hi, I'm Susan Cheney, editor of DogChannel and Dog Fancy magazine. And I'm so happy because today we have with us canine behaviorist Kathy Santo, and she is going to talk to us about how to pick a shelter dog that's just right for your personality. Thank you, Kathy, for coming in to talk to DogChannel visitors today.
Thanks for having me.
Here at DogChannel, we're big fans of adoption, but when you walk into a shelter and you see all those darling dogs, it can be really overwhelming. How can dog owners pick the right dog just for them?
Before they even go to the shelter, they have to do some homework. What they have to do is make what I call a wish list. And on that wish list, they have to decide what they want in a dog. And then the first would be size. What size dog do you want? Small, medium, or large? That's the easy one. The next would be, do you want a dog that you have to take to the groomer frequently, or do you never want to deal with that? Then you have to deal with, do you want a dog that sheds or doesn't shed? Do you want a dog with high energy, low energy, something in the middle? The basic things like the way they look, are their ears up or down, what color, I think are something that happens last. I mean, that's when you find your wish list dogs and you find 3, and then maybe you choose by what you like to look at. But I'm more interested in what's on the inside of the dog rather than on the outside. So I'm looking for a good temperament. That's my biggest thing. Once I decide size, I want to know it's a very social dog. A great test to do is when you get to the shelter and you've chosen your dog, because you have your list and you're sticking to the list, which is important when you're around all those dogs, and you open the kennel. I want to see a dog who greets me. I don't want a dog who rushes out of the kennel and then runs that way to see what's going on. When I go into a room with just me and the dog to kind of visit and meet them, I don't want a dog who's sniffing and looking all over. I want them to be bonded to me. The shelter workers can really help you out here because they're with the dogs. They've evaluated them. And some shelters have trainers on staff. So you should really listen to them when they tell you who this dog is. If your idea of a great companion dog is a dog who's cuddly with you and snuggly, and they say to you, this is a very independent dog, absolutely believe them. Do not think to yourself, yeah, when I get the dog home, it's going to love me, we're going to bond, because it won't. It's like men. You can't change the man. You know, your mother would tell you that. My mother told me that all the time. So when you have a dog, the dog is who the dog is going to be. So love them and accept them for who they are. But, you know, if it's an independent dog, chances are it's going to always be an independent dog.
What's another little test you can do when you're at the shelter?
I like to put my hand up to the bars when I get there. That's the first thing I'll do, and see, do they come to greet my hand? Do they back off? Obviously, if they're backing off or they're showing teeth, unless you really want a project and a challenge, it's probably not going to be a great dog for you. Then I'll make eye contact with the dog. I'll stare into their face. Again, if I get the wiggly, silly face, or the ears go back and they get, you know, that silly face where dogs kind of get all wiggly and they're, oh, I'm so cute, don't hurt me. That's the kind of dog I want to see. A dog who backs off for you or obviously growls is going to be a pass up on my list, because usually I'm choosing for families with children. The reason I really want a dog to be snuggly is my feeling is if a dog is asking me for physical contact, then when I have to do things to a dog that they might not want me to do, like clean their ears or work with their feet, they're going to be more likely to be accepting of it than the dog who doesn't start off from a point of wanting to be touched.
Thank you for sitting in with me today as we spoke with canine behaviorist Kathy Santo about how to pick a shelter dog that's just right for your personality. Her book is called Dog Sense from Knopf, and her new line of green pet products is Hip Pet Organics. This is just one of a 3-part series with Kathy Santo, so please be sure and come back and watch the other 2.